Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. A case involving an Indigenous offender and victim in the Supreme Court of Canada could set a precedent across the North and the country. The case deals with separate laws aimed at protecting Indigenous people during sentencing, and that's something judges in many northern communities have to contend with. Samuel Watt explains.
The country's top court is hearing a 2021 assault case from Halifax after several provincial court appeals. Both the victim and offender are Mi'kmaq, so there are different laws to consider. One prioritises sentences that deter violence against Indigenous women. The other requires judges to consider Gladue principles, which cover systemic factors like trauma of offenders.
There hasn't yet been a case that really kind of shows if there is a hierarchy at all between them.
And that could heavily concern an Inuit territory like Nunavut. The 1999 Gladue decision also states pre-sentence reports, or Gladue reports, should provide background on Indigenous offenders. Tulugak Law's Curtis Joseph Mesha says there are very few resources available to deliver those in the territory, but this Supreme Court case could set a new directive on that as well.
It may just have a profound effect on how the procedure of sentencing goes in Nunavut.
According to Statistics Canada, between 2009 and 2021, 86% of those accused of killing an Indigenous woman or girl were themselves Indigenous. Mesha worries this case is being framed as either supporting Gladue principles or protecting Indigenous women. But we can have both, says Amautit's Tara Tutu Fotheringham. That requires more healing rather than incarceration.
They're not actually seeing how they can change because they're being around people that are just the same.
Women in Nunavut often state that they don't feel they're getting the protection of the law that other people are because Indigenous offenders are getting extra consideration.
Even as a lawyer, Anne Crawford doesn't believe changes in the judicial process will adequately protect Indigenous women. She says few acts of violence lead to conviction, so she'd rather the focus be on solutions outside the courtroom.
When an Indigenous family says, things are getting out of hand, we really want to make a change, where do I send them? What do we turn to?
But regardless, the Supreme Court will have to come to some decision. That will set a directive for future cases involving Indigenous offenders and victims. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The struggling Ekati diamond mine in the Northwest Territories could be getting a lifeline. The mine has been granted a loan of $115 million from the federal government. Ottawa says it's to offer some relief from tariffs and to protect jobs. Sarah St. Pierre has more.
Hundreds of workers laid off this year, delays in planning for the mine closure, and claims of millions of dollars unpaid to a contractor. There's been money troubles brewing at Ekati for some time now, but some help for the diamond mine was announced today. The Federal Department of Finance is giving the mine a $115 million loan. The hope is to keep it from shutting down ahead of schedule.
We were in a very bleak or stark scenario. It was binary. It was either this loan or we were looking at bankruptcy and shutting the mine down. In fact, weeks ago we were very close to having to shut the mine down, which is no easy and no small thing.
Ekati is not out of the woods yet, but this loan keeps it in operation and allows it to pay back creditors. The Finance Department says it cannot share the exact terms of the loan, but confirmed in an email that there are strong conditions, including job guarantees. The loan is also supposed to help buy some time to diversify the territory's economy before the mine shuts down for good.
There's going to be electrification, power projects. There's going to be other mines with other critical minerals. So the skills that have been developed in diamond mines, many of those are retrainable or exportable to other projects that we plan to announce in the future in the Northwest Territory.
Gabe wouldn't get into specifics, but he said more announcements tied to major projects in the territory should come in 2026. Sarah St. Pierre, CBC News, Yellowknife.
A director serving on the board for the Gwich'in Tribal Council could be facing possible suspension. Now he's asked the Northwest Territories Supreme Court to help prevent it. Tamara Merritt reports.
Kelly McLeod is one of 8 directors on the board of directors for the Gwich'in Tribal Council in the NWT. He's also the president of the Natat Gwich'in Council in Inuvik, a role he's held since 2021. According to court documents, McLeod was hand-delivered a letter last Wednesday, signed by the Gwich'in Tribal Council Grand Chief, Frederick Blake Jr. The letter said a special board meeting of the council is planned for December 29th, where a resolution to suspend McLeod as a GTC director would be considered. If passed, he would be suspended as director for a year. The letter details 12 allegations against him. Court documents reveal that McLeod believes them to be, in part, due to a conflict around the Grand Chief's election. McLeod has asked the courts for an injunction to stop the December meeting. None of the allegations have been proven in court. Tuesday's NWT Supreme Court hearing was canceled, with a new date to be scheduled. Tamara Merritt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Iqaluit's Anglican Church is facing massive bills, and in the worst-case scenario, the church may lose its iconic igloo-shaped building in an auction. TJ Deere has that story.
St. Jude's Anglican Church is in financial trouble. They face a $188,000 insurance bill for their igloo-shaped parish. Reverend Abraham Kublu is an assistant preacher with the church. He says it's added up over the past 2 years.
The diocese always pay half of the insurance cost, and we are supposed to be paying the half of the amount.
Insurance premiums have been rising for churches across Canada. A CBC News investigation found that as of January last year, more than 70% of church burnings since 2021 have been confirmed as arson cases. In a statement, St. Jude's Insurance Company says they're sympathetic to the challenges St. Jude's is facing. They also said insurance premiums are higher in the north should buildings need to be replaced. On top of this, and their regular expenses, St. Jude's has built up almost $65,000 of property taxes. That's according to the property arrears list released by the city of Iqaluit. While the city has allowed religious organizations to pay no property taxes next year, it doesn't forgive previous tax bills. Reverend Alexander Pryor is the bishop of the Diocese of the Arctic. He says the territory's property tax legislation could mean the church loses their building.
There is, of course, the possibility for them to collect that debt by using tax auctions or whatever else. I'm certainly hopeful that we will resolve this before it comes to anything along those lines.
But the church is doing what it can. They're using bake sales and other fundraisers to get more money. Kublu is also asking for help from across the north.
My hope is if other communities throughout the Diocese of the Arctic could start sending a couple $1,000 to Iqaluit Vistry so we could catch up the bills.
But he says what they're doing so far is barely enough. TJ Deere, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Members of the government of Nunavut and the Nunavut Employees Union have officially ratified a new collective agreement. Key details of the agreement include a 9% salary increase for 2023, 3% for 2025 and 26, and a 2.5% increase for 2027. There will also be a 2% increase in the Nunavut Northern Allowance on January 1st and an Inuktitut language allowance. The union says this agreement was groundbreaking on many fronts.
For the first time ever, we got mandatory rest periods. And mandatory rest periods is so important when it comes to social workers and shift workers and healthcare workers and workers in healing facilities.
Rashawn says this agreement will make way for an even better one, and members are already voicing bargaining demands for the next round. The Yukon Fish and Wildlife Management Board is launching a review of the outfitter quota system. The board says the current process is unmanageable. The previous Yukon government moved away from a multi-year system in 2022 after a review of the legislation. It introduced a temporary single-year system instead. The board says the review will look at ways to modernize the guidelines and make the process fair for everyone.
Multi-year quotas, like I had mentioned, are they provide so much clarity and consistency for the outfitters, right? Like they're selling hunts 2 years out, and so if you're on an annual quota, which is kind of, you know, the interim process that's kind of happening a little bit right now, it doesn't provide them with that certainty and clarity to be able to sell hunts, you know, further into the future. And so that is something that really doesn't work for them. And then it's not really working for YG as well, because the amount of meetings that they're having to kind of sit with the outfitter, you know, come up with a number, then go back to the First Nation, deliberate that, and then go back. It's just, it's so unsustainable, the amount of meetings that they have to have.
Board members won't be weighing in on quotas themselves, only the system to issue them. The review is expected to take about 3 years. In the Northwest Territories, construction of the Detta Ice Road is underway. Highway maintenance crews have been working on Yellowknife Bay since Wednesday. They've been testing the thickness of the ice and clearing a path, and it's all to make sure vehicles under 5,000 kilograms can drive safely when it opens. The government of the Northwest Territories says it wants to have the road ready before Christmas, and with a recent cold snap, they might just reach that goal.
If you asked me 3 weeks ago if we were going to get the Dead Ice Road open before Christmas this year, I would have said absolutely not. But since then, we've had some extremely cold weather, -30. So we went out and profiled, and sure enough, we had enough to get our trucks out. And then, so yeah, it's definitely helping.
The road opened before Christmas last year, and then the season before that holds the record for the latest opening on January 29th. And in the Yukon, Dawson City's ice bridge is officially open to the public. The road crosses the frozen Yukon River and connects West Dawson to the town. Yukon's Department of Highways and Public Works contracted Cobalt Construction to do the work again this year. The company says it's been working steadily, even as the temperature hovers around -40.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get the road across so that the people that live, the residents on the other side, can, you know, have access back and forth to town with vehicles and get fuel and propane, and then hopefully get the bigger bridge up thick enough that you know, you can get fuel deliveries and the miners and stuff in the spring can get access to. So just trying to get that vital link reconnected again since they pulled the George Black Ferry out.
The Yukon's Department of Highways and Public Works says the ice bridge is only open to light-duty vehicles up to 5,000 kilograms. It says it's anticipating fully opening the ice bridge to heavy-duty vehicles in January. Residents from across Nunavut have been honored by the Territory's Commissioner. The annual Commissioner's Awards recognize extraordinary contributions to the Territory. Mahnur Mubarak has more on Wednesday's ceremony.
Mary Piercy Lewis is one of the award recipients. She's a music educator in Iqaluit and was recognized for her work to help Inuit youth connect to their culture. She says that music can help with healing for those who've experienced trauma.
Healing begins through reconciliation, but also through providing opportunities for young people to get together to make music in Inuktitut, to get together with elders to drum dance and with tradition bearers to learn Inuktitut. And if they're getting together in these groups as young people, they're creating connections between each other. They're creating something beautiful together.
One of her former students is Tega Lass. She's a former Inukshuk drum dancer who learned how to drum dance and throat sing. She said taking lessons from Mary helped her connect with her culture.
It was kind of like my heart was full. Like it was full of love.
John Graham is another award winner. He's the president of the Royal Canadian Legion in Iqaluit who helps out with the cadets. He says some of his highlights include working on the arrival ceremony for Queen Elizabeth II and helping host a National Air Cadet Marksmanship Championship.
I'm very proud to be honored in such a way by Her Honor, the Commissioner of Nunavut this afternoon. It really is a great honor.
The award ceremony was held at the Cadet Hall in Iqaluit. Mahnur Mubarak, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Enjoy this festive season.
Coming? Where? Why, to the North Pole, of course.
Enjoy the magic.
Happy birthday!
Hilarity.
I triple dog dare you!
We're all in for a very big treat.
Enjoy the excitement.
Tremendous, gargantuan, spectacular!
And wonder.
From the moment I met you, it's been an adventure.
Enjoy the holidays. Watch free on CBC Gem.
If there's one thing I know about Canadians, it's that we're kind. We want to help.
It doesn't take a big star.
Or millions of dollars.
All it takes is one can.
$1.
Or even 1 hour of your time.
In every corner of this country, people give.
To their friends, to their families, to total strangers.
And this season, we will give again.
Starting December 5th, help us make the season kind.
Find ways to give to food banks in your community at cbc.ca/kind.
Choose clicks. Choose the algorithm. Choose doom scrolling at 3 a.m. Choose headlines that scream. Choose fake friends, deep fakes, and comment wars that never end. Choose the chaos. Choose the noise. Or don't. Choose news that's checked, verified, accountable. Choose being there where the stories are. Choose proof over panic. Sense over madness. Choose news, not noise.
The recent repatriation of 62 Indigenous cultural items from the Vatican was celebrated across the North and the country. One of those items is a century-old Inuvialuit kayak. It's delicate, and there's no facility in the Inuvialuit region that can house it. So for now, it remains in the Canadian Museum of History in Gatineau, Quebec. Now, there are facilities in the North that store and display delicate cultural objects. And we wondered, what do you need in the North to keep items like these safe? For answers, we went to the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre in Yellowknife. You know, the inspiration behind this conversation was the repatriation of several cultural objects, including an Inuvialuit kayak from the Vatican. Ryan, why don't you tell me about what it means to have a place like this that can store northern objects in the North?
Oh, I think it means so much to northern communities. This is a very special room. It's a very expensive room with climate controls and expensive storage systems. So, and not very many communities can do that. So we want to foster the ability for communities to learn how to do these kind of things. And in the meantime, this is a place to be able to store a lot of special things that community members deeply care about.
What does this room do? What does it need to function and to keep things safe?
Well, for my profession and what museums are for are to preserve and make accessible collections. So we do that in a number of ways. We allow people to come back and visit the collection storage room and do research. And people from communities come in and look at clothing, looking at patterns, that kind of thing. People come in to look at objects that are related to them through family lines. So it's a powerful place, and we are very fortunate to have a facility.
And, I mean, that being said, I know that you have some items to show us, so why don't we pick one and you can tell us what it is and how you make sure that it stays safe for future generations.
Again, these are materials that were collected by an archaeologist, and they were in kind of rough shape. And when I started, they had been treated at the time, and like any profession, things evolve. And I thought that they could be treated to another level to make them more interpretive. You can see one. These are, and I'll reveal this one as well. So these are footwear. So these were from the same site. Wow. They've both been treated. Sadly, this one was so compacted, it was really hard to determine where to begin to reshape. Yeah. This was a treatment that I didn't do myself. These are objects I sent to the Canadian Conservation Institute in Ottawa. They are a national and internationally renowned conservation center, and they undertook the treatments for us. So again, you can see this is the result.
It's incredible.
And yeah, this is how many years old? It's 2,500 years old.
Wow.
So it's one of the oldest pieces of footwear in the country.
In the whole country, eh? That's pretty incredible. Ryan, tell me, what do you know about this object?
This was found on Banks Island, just outside of Sauk's Harbor. There's a site that they call Lagoon Site, which is near the Nelson River. And like Rose said, archaeologists spent a lot of time in the 70s excavating the site. And we don't know much about the people. They were pre-Dorset people that were moving through the Arctic around that time. They were hunting birds. It's a bird hunting site, so there's lots of evidence of butchering birds and tools that were used for hunting birds. But these people, like a lot of the pre-Dorset people, just eventually disappeared from the record. So this site is one of the few sites on this side of the border in the Western Arctic that actually represents that culture. So it's a really important site.
Wow. So this little boot, amazingly enough, was in just kind of a crushed state from being underground, and it wasn't ripped or torn in a major way that made it difficult. This one's much more difficult. So this was again, it was cleaned, it was humidified, and it was treated with a material called polyethylene glycol, PEG. So again, that's a material that we use a lot in conservation, and we use it with wood and sometimes with skin. So again, that provides the humidity. If you need to wash something, provides moisture and reshaping, and then you clean. So you take the soil and the greasy materials that maybe were in the ground off of it, and then the humidity allows you to reshape it, and then it was freeze dried. So you take it from a liquid to a frozen like vapor state. So again, and the result is incredible.
Yeah.
So you really get to see, and think about that. 2,000,
yeah, it's incredible.
500 years ago, someone wore this.
Yeah.
A people we don't know. So it's just like, it makes you time travel and think about, this is incredible that it's even preserved.
Yeah. And what else did you want to show me here as well?
I'll let Ryan talk about the journal.
Yeah, moving forward in time, about 2,000 years forward.
Still old, but a little bit more recent.
Still old. It's historical. It's an example of the early fur trade in the territories. This is a time about 1802, 1803, when you have the British represented by the Hudson's Bay Company, and you have the French represented by the Northwest Company, and they are doing this to each other. They are at odds, rival fur traders. So at a post that they called the Couteau Jaune Fort, which means Yellowknife Fort, this was located on the Mackenzie River, just where the Great Slave Lake flows north out of into the river. We don't know exactly where this fort was, but its name would suggest that the Yellowknives Dene, we now know them as Yellowknives Dene, this was sort of their trading height, that they were able to influence that far heading down the Mackenzie River. Now, because of the fur trade dispute, the traders were having trouble getting paper. And this was a French fort, the Couteau Jaune Fort. So they were the underdogs in the fur trade battle, and they definitely had trouble getting their supplies at times. So this is a journal written on birch bark.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can see that we have some birch bark canoes behind us. So having pieces of birch bark like this were pretty common in the fur trade for repairing their canoes, because this is what they would have traveled with. So it's not only an example of an archival example of sort of the daily activities at this post. It's also just kind of a unique artifact in the sense that it was not written on paper, but it was written on birch bark. So this is a pretty special thing. Also, the fact that it survived through time is very interesting. I think only because it was on birch bark did it kind of get preserved as a relic, whereas a lot of the paper documents of this company were lost to time. But because this was just such a unique thing, collectors held on to it really closely over the years. And eventually it came up for auction, and the museum decided to purchase it to preserve this record of the fur trade.
What are some of the challenges that you face specifically in the north when it comes to conserving these objects?
So the challenge we have is that we need to keep things at a stable relative humidity and a stable temperature. So again, this is very expensive to do, especially in the north, and it's really hard on buildings. So again, you can really destroy your building by keeping a high humidity. So again, usually more modern museums have room within room systems where their storage is not, and galleries aren't against an exterior wall, because that's where you get condensation and you get problems with your facility. So again, we have a real unsung hero here who's our building maintainer. So again, everybody knows here we have power outages, we have emergency power, we have someone who will work with the equipment to keep the systems running properly and keep the humidity and temperature levels at an appropriate level.
Sort of building upon general challenges, because we are, this was a settler community, and often it's the settlers who come and don't stay, and then they bring things back down south with them. So now a lot of people are realizing, yeah, this stuff does belong back north, so we are getting a lot of things coming back north. But it has been a challenge traditionally to motivate people to do that, or maybe things go to a museum down south instead of coming back north. So like Rose was saying, that's why this place was built, to try to motivate people to keep things in the north, or at least have a place to return them, whether it's here or eventually to a community. We're just kind of here as a middle ground for, eventually we'll figure out where things really truly belong in the future.
I want to thank you both so much for having us here and for this conversation. It's been really fascinating and I'm grateful for it. Thank you.
No, you're very welcome.
And tomorrow we will have part 2 of that conversation. Rose will take us into the collection to show us more of its treasures. Now let's take a look at your weather. And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.